Look, I want you to imagine the life that you can potentially have. I want you to remove all the doubts and fear and all the excuses that you have right now. And just see. Imagine the dream car, the dream house, the lifestyle, the experiences with your family, with your loved ones, buying all the things that you want, having the freedom to choose, to do whatever you want, however you want, whenever you want. Do you see that? And how would it feel? Anong mararamdaman mo kapag andun ka na? Ano yung mararamdaman mo kapag natupad mo na yung mga pangarap mo? That's the life that most people won't have because they are not willing to develop skills. They are always looking for shortcuts. Lagi tayong nagmamadali, lagi tayong naghahanap ng shortcut, lagi tayong naghahanap ng way out because we want to be working smart. If you want to become a millionaire, if you want to become successful, it's not about the output all the time. It's all about the input. Before you continue watching this video, I want you to understand clearly that I don't want to waste your time. So umpisa pa lang, pinapaintindi ko na sa'yo na we have to focus on the input. Yes, input equals output. But if you focus too much on the output, wala kang maibibigay na input. Process equals results. Pero pag nakafocus ka sa results, you will feel insecure, you will feel bad about yourself, you will continuously compare yourself to other people without focusing on the process. Kaya hindi mo makuha yung resultang gusto mo kasi may mali sa proseso. Kaya hindi mo makuha yung buhay na gusto mo kasi may kulang sa proseso. May kailangan kang i-improve sa proseso, sa input. So you have to be willing to develop the skills. So the bigger question now is, Sir MJ, ano ba yung skills na dapat natin i-develop for us to become a millionaire? Yan ang pag-uusapan natin sa video ito. And if you wanna learn how to be part of the top 1%, how to become a millionaire, ano ba yung 10 powerful skills na kailangan mong i-develop, watch the whole video. Maybe you can watch this over and over. So let's begin. Now before we dive into the 10 powerful skills na dapat nyo i-develop, let's talk about the mindset that you have right now. Paano ka ba mag-isip? Especially about money, about business, about the process. There's a famous saying, poor people talk about other people. Rich people talk about money, and wealthy people talk about ideas. And because of that, a lot of people wants to talk a lot about ideas. Nothing wrong with that. Except, kung galing ka sa hirap, mahirap ka pa ngayon, wala ka pang pera, you cannot jump to focusing too much on the principles and the ideas first because you don't have the money yet. Walang masama if you want to talk about ideas because it's very important that you are developing the right mindset. It's very important that you have the right principles habang nagpapayaman ka. But you have to be focusing more on becoming rich. At pag mayaman ka na, saka ka magiging wealthy. Hindi mo pwedeng i-skip yung ladder. Yun yung problema sa iba. They wanna talk billionaire language. They wanna work smart. They wanna develop systems. They wanna develop structures. Pero hindi nila alam ano yung i-develop nila. Hindi nila alam ano yung pundasyon na kailangan nilang gawin. Hindi nila alam yung tamang skills na i-apply para yumaman muna sila. Diyan nagkakamali yung mga tao. Because we are being entertained by the information in social media. So you have to be focused on one thing at a time. Gusto mong yumaman? Watch this video. Now, ano ba yung unang skill na dapat mong matutunan? Number 1 is goal setting. You have to learn how to set goals. What do I mean? For example, you already know how to earn 1,000 pesos. So it's possible to you. You have evidences. You are confident that you can earn 1,000 pesos because you know the process already. Pero let's just say wala ka pang experience in earning 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. So pag pinag-usapan yung 1 million, pwedeng nacho-choke ka. Pwedeng nagsisikip yung dibdib mo. Pwedeng nagsasarado yung utak mo. Pwedeng nagsasarado yung belief systems mo. Pwedeng nagdududa ka. Pwedeng natatakot ka. It's because you don't know how to earn 1 million yet. At kahit sabihin ko sa'yo na iisa lang siya ng proseso, hindi siya kayang i-accept ng utak mo most of the time. It's because maliit pa yung psychological wallet. Hindi pa siya kasya. So if this is your psychological wallet, and this is 1 million, hindi talaga siya magkakasya dun sa wallet mo. So ano ang purpose ng goal setting? Yung 1 million, hati-hatiin natin para magkasya dun sa wallet mo. So that's the purpose of goal setting. You have to have a target. You have to have a destination. Hindi pwedeng kalat yung utak natin pag nagde-develop tayo ng skills. I'm pretty sure that a lot of athletes can understand this. Di ba pag atleta ka, even if you're playing basketball or ping pong or badminton or whatever skills that you are trying to develop, when you want to develop a peak performance in anything that you do, you have to focus on one skill at a time. Pwedeng magpo-focus ka kung saan ka magaling and then use proper techniques. And later on, you will develop something else that is relevant to the current skill that you have. Example na lang natin, basketball. So magaling kang mag-shoot. So lahat ng angulo, itatry natin para makapag-shoot ka sa iba't ibang angulo. And then itatry natin under pressure. And then mag-shoot ka kahit pagod ka. And then i-observe natin yung biomechanics. Saan yung problema? Nasa elbows ba? Nasa joints ba? Nasa release ba? Nasa timing ba? Nasa paghinga mo ba? Kulang ka ba sa cardio? And that's the whole process. Pag nagba-badminton ka, di ba? Titingnan yung serve, yung backhand, yung smash, yung footwork mo, gaano ka kalaki humakbang, mabilis ka ba mapagod, yung eye coordination mo, mabilis ba yung reflexes mo, and stuff like that. So basically, there are skills involved, specific skills involved in order to master a certain craft, a certain career, a certain field. That's the same with earning millions. There's a specific skill that you need to learn. Pero just like any other athlete, any other businessman, very important that you have to have a goal. Kasi napakaraming distractions ngayon. Again, mas madaling yumaman ngayon because of social media. Pero mas madali ring ma-distract ngayon because of social media. And the main reason why mas madaling yumaman kasi ang daming distractions. The main reason why mas madaling yumaman kasi people are weaker. People are more subjective. People are more reactive. People are more focused on issues, masyadong pabebe, masyadong emosyonal. People are buying the negativity and toxicity. Which means that if you can focus on one thing, something that you really want to achieve, the output, meron kang bagay na gustong-gusto mong makuha, that's the output, that's the results. You can then focus on the process. You can then focus on the input. You can then focus on creating value in the marketplace. That's why it's very important that you know how to set goals. Tandaan nyo to guys dito nagkakamali yung marami. Having goals is a lot different from knowing how to set goals. Iba yung may goals ka, iba yung marunong ka rin mag-set. So, kailangan mo matutunan paano ka mag-set ng goals. At makukuha mo yung goals na yon. So, you can create evidences, you can have experiences in achieving your goals, which will create patterns and programs and new belief systems, which will build your new identity as an entrepreneur or as a career person. Regardless of your field, very important that you learn goal setting. Number 2, prospecting. Now, a lot of entrepreneurs will understand this, especially if you are in sales. Maybe you are in network marketing or selling insurance or selling real estate or financial services or any services. Or maybe you are selling products. Regardless of what you are selling, very important that you know prospecting. And even if you are a skilled person, you are a professional, for example, you are still offering services, diba? So, dapat alam mo yung target market mo. And the question to ask is, what's the value I can provide to the marketplace? Ano yung problema ang kaya kong solusyonan? Ano yung mga bagay na kaya kong gawin? And if you can actually write this down, yung mga bagay na kaya mong gawin, tas yung mga problema ang kaya mong solusyonan, and then do your research. Alin dyan yung valuable? Alin dyan yung pinakamahal? You now know what services you can offer in the marketplace. A lot of people will ask me, Sir MJ, paano ba magsimula? Sir MJ, saan ko ba sisimulan? Hindi ko kasi alam kung paano magsisimula. Lagi ka lang magsisimula sa sarili mo. Kung hindi mo alam ang gagawin mo, hindi mo alam saan magsisimula, lagi mong sisimulan sa sarili mo. Lagi mong sisimulan sa awareness. Lagi mong sisimulan sa having clarity with who you are and the things that you can do. And you have to be honest. Kung wala ka pang masyadong alam, edi alamin mo. Kung wala ka pang masyadong skills, edi aralin mo. Develop the skills. Kasi tandaan nyo, yung overthinking, na-develop mo yan. Yung pagiging pabebe, na-develop mo yan. So yung skills, para yumaman ka, kayang i-develop yan. Yung pagiging negative, toxic, na-develop lang yan. Yung pagiging hater, yung pagiging resentful, na-develop lang yan. Same goes with becoming a millionaire. All the skills necessary is something that you can develop for yourself. So you have to learn prospecting. And prospecting doesn't mean makapalang yung mukha mo, kinakausap mo lahat ng tao. You don't have to waste your time. I don't want you wasting your time. Prospecting means that you are talking to the people na alam mong kailangan ka rin. You are talking to the people na alam mong matutulungan mo rin. At kung hindi mo kayang mag-provide ng value sa kanya, then just build relationship. That's the proper way in prospecting. Right? Again, there's no shortcut. I'm here to tell you that you have to develop the skill. Pag na-develop mo na yung skill, saka natin i-develop yung sistema, dyan na papasok yung shortcut. The smartest thing to do right now is to develop all the skills, magpayaman ka ng sagad, pag may pera ka na, may pambili ka na ng mga sistema, may pambili ka na ng tools, may pangbayad ka na sa employees mo who will run your business for you, who will operate the business for you. Pero hanggat hindi pa nangyayaring lahat ng yan, you have to develop the skills yourself. Because you are the leader, you are the entrepreneur, you want to become a millionaire. And even if I'm the businessman, and you want to be part of my team, still, dapat alam mo sa sarili mo that I'm your prospect, and you want to show me your value as a person. You might as well make me feel, make me understand the value you can put here in this office. The value you can spread in the marketplace. The things that you can do, the problems you can solve. So, ibig ko sabihin, kahit empleyado ka at naghahanap ka ng trabaho, the work is the prospect. So, kailangan din mahanap mo yung work na fit para sa'yo so that you can actually expand yourself there, grow as a person there, expand your career there. Kasi mas stuck ka sa isang trabaho kung hindi siya bagay sa'yo at hindi siya bagay sa skills mo. Most of the time, hindi ka na nga masaya sa trabaho mo. Hindi ka pa masaya sa katrabaho mo. Hindi ka pa masaya sa ginagawa mo. Might as well make it worth it. And the idea is, if you know yourself and you know how to prospect, alam mo kung saan mo ilalagay yung sarili mo. Skill number 3 is content creation. You have to learn how to create content. It is an extremely powerful skill, and I think it's still underrated. In the Philippines, it's a bit overrated kasi a lot of people are doing it for the clout or for the sake of being famous. But there are people pa rin talaga na kahit hindi sobrang dami yung views, na kahit hindi sobrang dami yung nanonood, kahit hindi sobrang dami yung comment, kahit hindi sobrang sikat, they are producing a lot of business opportunities. They are earning a lot of money. It's because tama yung way nila ng pamamprospect. Kilala nila yung sarili nila, alam nila yung value nila, so they can target the right audience. And in anything that you do, you have to learn how to create content. For example, if you have a product, napakaganda ng produkto mo and maybe you are selling it for a certain amount. If you don't know how to sell it yourself, if you are not creating content, if you are not branding yourself, someone else, the dropshippers, people who are really good in marketing will buy your products from you. And you will be happy kasi ang dami mong benta. But in reality, pwedeng ang tubo mo 10 piso, 20 pesos sa isang products, ang tubo nila 100, 200, 300. It's because they know how to market, they know how to brand. Nothing wrong with that. If you're happy with that, if you want to be supplier of the product, it's okay. But you have to understand the power of marketing. You have to understand the power of branding. At kahit wala kang balak mag-market, wala kang balak magbenta ng kahit na ano, if you want to become a millionaire, you will always be selling something. At mahalagang masimulan mo na yung pagdo-document mo ng ginagawa mo. I'm not saying you have to vlog. Creating content means creating value. Gumagawa ka, nagka-craft ka ng isang video, or isang post, or isang picture, or isang my story na makaka-inspire ng mga tao. Something that will add value to the lives of other people. One major example is, meron akong na-meet last time sa isang hotel, and it was actually my birthday. Matagal daw siyang tambay, na-inspire siya sa videos ko, and ngayon, nagkatrabaho na siya ulit, but he wants to actually build a business. Hindi niya lang daw alam kung paano niya sisimulan. Sabi ko, ano bang skills yung meron ka? Barista ako, sir. Marunong akong gumawa ng coffee and cocktails and stuff like that. Sabi ko sa kanya, nung nag-aral ka ba, may mga gamit ka? Sabi niya, meron daw. So, sayang yung gamit mo. Asset yun. Investment yun. You can use that. Eh sir, may gastos kasi pag gumawa ako ng kape. May gastos kasi pag gumawa ako ng cocktail. Yes, pero kailangan mong mamuhunan. Di ba nung nag-aaral ka, namumuhunan ka para lang makapasa, para lang makapag-practice? But this time, mamumuhunan ka to actually build your brand. Hindi mo kailangan ng negosyo agad-agad. Pero pwede mo nang i-brand at i-market yung sarili mo. Mag-isip ka ng magandang brand name, mag-isip ka ng ipapangalan mo sa page mo, ipapangalan mo sa Instagram mo, gumawa ka ng kape, mamuhunan ka, picturean mo, i-post mo. Gumawa ka ng page. Try to post at least 3 times a week. Ipainom mo sa mga mahal mo sa buhay. Napasaya mo pa sila. At since binigyan mo sila ng libreng drinks, sabihin mo sa kanila, i-promote yung page mo or yung Instagram mo. So, 3 posts per week, that means 12 posts per month. So, ngayong 2024, meron siyang 48 posts. At pag lumakas yung loob niya, pwede na siyang mag-start mag-video. So, dalawa pwedeng mangyari. Pag may isang company, may isang brand na natuwa sa kanya, pwede siyang i-hire at pwede siyang maging part ng business. That's what we call entrepreneur. Like, for example, my employees. I treat them as if they are part of my business. And the more na natututo sila, gumagaling sila, the more na binabawasan nila yung stress ko, lumalaki yung income nila. Because they are part of my business. So that's being an entrepreneur. You take care of the business as if you are the owner of the business. You are operating one part of the business that would be valuable to the owner of the business. Which means that you will earn a lot of money. O kaya, may ma-inspire na kakilala mo, baka yayain ka nila, magtayo ng negosyo. So officially, magiging negosyante ka na. And that's how you start. The greatest resource is resourcefulness. Tumingin ka na sa paligid mo, ang dami mo ng resources. You are watching this video through your phone, you can create content right now. You can start anywhere. And it's not about creating content for the sake of selling. It's about creating content as a passion project, as a form of reaching people, or maybe as a form of saying to everyone in the internet world, hi guys, I exist, I make coffee, I make art, I create tattoos, I sell services, I'm a student, and I have big dreams. And you can start there. Because in the future, if you will start creating content now, in the future, papasalamatan mo ako for sure. It's because, pag mayaman ka na, akala mo siguro, yun yung magandang i-content. Yun yung magandang videohan. Pero ang mas magandang videohan, yung walang-wala ka pa. Yung nagsisimula ka pa lang. Yung meron kang documentation kung paano ka nagsimula. Start documenting now. Number 4 is ABC rule. And it's actually a skill from network marketing, but it's a skill na ginagamit ng lahat ng tao. Ginagamit to sa mga films, sa mga trailers, sa mga commercials, lahat na nagbebenta. And ABC rule can be storytelling. Now, there are a lot of people, a lot of good salesmen, na magugulat ka na lang na para kang nabudol-budol, di ba? Kinwentuhan ka lang, pinasaya ka lang niya, pinatawa ka lang niya, and then mamaya, bumili ka na ng produkto. That's ABC rule. Hindi nila inaangat yung sarili nila, inaangat nila yung kliyente nila, inaangat nila yung produkto nila. It's learning paano ka mag-aangat ng ibang tao. That's ABC. Paano mo iaangat yung kultura ng kumpanya mo, yung produkto mo, yung skills mo, yung services mo. So to put a structure, ABC means advisor, bridge, and client. Learning the ABC rule is, ikaw yung bridge, ikaw yung tulay. So itutulay mo ngayon si kliyente dun sa produkto mo, doon sa serbisyo mo. Kailangan mo siyang maikonekta. ABC rule is an extremely powerful tool, and I'm here to tell you na isa to sa sobrang gamit na gamit ko hanggang ngayon. ABC is good for your marketing, good for your sales, good for creating hooks, good for ad copy, good for email marketing. Pero again, those are the tools available, right? Yung automations, yung ads, yung emails, and stuff like that. Pero again, para gumaling ka doon, para alam mo yung ilalagay mong content doon sa email marketing mo, doon sa sales and marketing mo, kailangan alam mo yung skill ng ABC. Number 5 is business presentation. You have to learn how to present your business, your products, your services. Or again, kahit nasa ang career ka, kailangan alam mo kung paano mo ipe-present yung sarili mo. Kailangan alam mo kung paano yung sistema ng pagpe-present. And there's actually a specific way in doing the business presentation. One major example is, may na-meet ka na ba na tao na sobrang galing niya mag-present, very technical, ang galing niya mag-Englishing, tapos ang haba ng presentation niya, tapos hindi ka bumili. Yung tipong humanga ka lang. Yung tipong ang sabi mo sa sarili mo, napakagaling niya. Ang galing niya mag-Englishing. Very faithfully, very mindful, very demure, very cutesy, di ba? Talagang sobrang galing niya. Pero nagalingan ka lang sa kanya. Pero meron ka bang na-meet na tao sa isang presentation na pinatawa ka lang, minsan bulol pa, hindi magaling mag-English, pero naiintindihan mo yung benefit ng produkto. Naiintindihan mo yung magiging benefit ng product niya sa buhay mo. Guess what? Di ba bumili ka? Because business presentation is not about you being the bida. It's not about you being the main character. Ang problema kasi sa atin, gusto natin mag-develop ng skills for the sake of looking good, for the sake of our ego. Yung magmukhang magaling, yung maging tunog magaling. Hindi ganon. If you want to become a millionaire, kailangan maramdaman ni kliyente, ni customer, ni prospect, na it's about them and not about you. It's not even about the products. It's about them, that we care for them, that we want them to become successful. Na ginagawa natin lahat ng to para sa kanila. Kailangan maramdaman nila yon at kailangan totoo yon sa puso mo. So when you present the business, kahit hindi ka sobrang galing magsalita, kung alam mo yung tamang way ng pagpe-present, alam mo na nandito ka para tulungan siya at ramdam niya yon. At naiintindihan niya yon na teka, yung sinasabi niya, akmang-akma sa nararamdaman ko. Yung sinasabi niya, akmang-akma sa needs and wants ko. Yung sinasabi niya, saktong-sakto kailangan ko yan. Bibili yung customer. It's not about being understood. It's making the client feel understood. And there's a specific pattern in doing the business presentation. I'm going to give you an idea right now. May 3 steps. We have the awareness, the content, and the close. Awareness, both sides, you are gaining awareness. Kinikilala mo siya, kinikilala ka niya. You are building trust, you are building rapport. Kasi the more na nabibuild yung connection, lumalalim yung conversation. And conversation equals conversion. So pag lumalim yung conversation, mas makikilala mo siya, makakapagtanong ka ng mas malalim, at mas maiintindihan mo ngayon, syempre, in terms of prospecting na, teka, I can connect with this person. I can help this person. Alam ko na yung binebenta ko, yung serbisyo ko, ako bilang tao, kaya ko siyang tulungan. Kaya kong magbigay sa kanya ng value. And having that psychology na hindi ka lang nandito para kumita ng pera, hindi ka lang nandito para manggulang, andito ka to actually serve the person. That would mean long-term relationship. Kasi tandaan nyo to, it's not about sales, it's not about the money. It's all about the after sales. It's all about cash flow. Hindi mahalagang makabenta ka lang. Ang mahalaga, paulit-ulit silang bumibili. Kailangan meron kang cash flow. Mabibuild mo yung cash flow mo kapag sure ka na yung kliyenteng ito, yung customer mo, mabibigyan mo ng value. So when you present your business, start with awareness. Next is content. You talk about the core benefits. And again, ano yung benefit niya? Base sa awareness. So i-create mo yung awareness din sa side niya na kailangan niya yung produkto, na makakatulong sa kanya yung produkto. Pero dapat mas aware ka sa side niya na, teka, ito yung kailangan niya, ito yung gusto niya. Because again, you want to make them feel understood. So ngayon mo ibibigay sa kanya lahat ng information na kailangan niya. And pagdating sa content, you don't have to put the unnecessary drama, blah, blah, blah information. Just give them the essential information na kailangan nila ngayon para makadecide sila. And then close the deal. And that's actually number 6. You have to learn how to close deals. You have to learn how to sell. Because in this world, you are either selling a product, a service, or your time. Most people are trading their time for money. Ako, in my case, I'm trading money so I can buy time. And then I'm gonna use my time to help people and create value. I pay money for value. Kung mapapansin nyo, my employees are working really hard. Yes, I work harder than them kasi nagbibuild pa rin kami ng team hanggang ngayon. We are continuously growing. I'm really proud of that. But the thing is, my team is working really hard and they provide value to me. And the more that they provide value to me, the more nakikita sila ng mas malaki. Dito sa ginagawa namin. So, ibig sabihin, regardless if you are an entrepreneur or you are an employee right now, if you can provide value, you will win in life. And one of the major values you can have is learning how to close deals. Kasi kahit sa relationships, kung naliligaw ka, you are selling yourself. You are selling an idea na iba ka sa kanilang lahat. Na iba ka sa mga babae, iba ka sa mga lalaki, loyal ka, malupit ka, grabe ka. Diba? Na pwede niyong sabihin, pare-pares lang kayo ng sinasabi, ay hindi, iba ako. And you have to close that deal. If you are a teacher, if you are a mom, a dad, a teacher, you are selling an idea. Maybe you are selling your kid principles in life. At kailangan nilang bilhin yung idea mo. How do you sell that? How will you make them believe the idea? How will you make people learn? You are always selling. And of course, obviously, if you are in sales, talagang nagbebenta ka. At kailangan matuto kang magbenta. At kailangan maging magaling ka sa pagko-close ng deal. There's actually a specific framework para matuto kang mag-close ng deal. I want you to imagine, merong 3 bilog. Okay? And it should be in order. Now, a lot of people will focus on this one. And this is what we call strategies. Now, nung umatenda ako ng Business Mastery, Tony Robbins also talks about this. He calls this the elements of breakthrough. Pero ako, in my case, nagagamit ko siya sa sales. So, most of us will focus on the strategies. Think about it. Nung meron kang gustong bilhin, di ba pinaplano mo agad? Tinitingnan mo yung budget mo, nag-strategize ka. At pag nag-strategize ka, di ba hindi mo binibili? Pag inisip mo yung future, yung bills, yung babayaran, yung gastos, and stuff like that, di ba hindi ka nagde-decide bumili? And let's put into perspective na teka, itong nagbebenta ng produkto, if they are too technical, ang haba na explanation, very scientific yung explanation niya, di ba hindi ka pa rin bibili? I want you to think right now, meron ka bang isang bagay na nakita na alam mong kailangan mo, alam mong afford mo, pero hindi mo pa rin binili? Strategically, logically, it's really practical. This purchase is very justifiable, very mindful, very demure. Kailangan mo siya, pero hindi mo binili. I want you to comment right now kung nakaka-relate ka. Meron bang isang bagay din na alam mong hindi kailangan? Very impractical. Luho siya ngayon, pero binili mo. With a smile. Very mindful. Very cutesy ka, di ba? Ang saya-saya mo kahit hindi mo siya kailangan. It's because we don't buy strategies first. So, nangyayari sa atin, we always start with the strategies. Kaya wala tayong masimulan. And from the strategies, magkakaroon tayo ng stories, kwento. Meron kang narrative sa utak mo, hindi ko kaya yan. Ito yung mangyayari pag binili ko yan. Ito yung mangyayari pag sinamulan ko yung negosyo. Ito yung mangyayari, blah, 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 blah. Ang dami mong drama. And that story will provide you with a state. State means mental, emotional, and physical state. Meron kang nararamdaman. And based on how you feel, you will decide, you will make choices, you will take action. Kaya failure. Kaya hindi maganda yung resulta. At kaya hindi bumibili yung kliyente. Kasi instead of making them feel, again, the state, physical, mental, emotional state, You are too focused on the strategies. Ito yung nabasa ko sa libro. Ito yung napanood ko sa training. Ito yung tunuro ng social media influencer. Pero you are not present in the moment. So kahit gaano kaganda yung strategy, if you are not in the right state, and you cannot put the prospect, the client, in the right state as well, hindi kayo aligned, hindi siya bibili. So that's how you close deals. Number 7 skill is follow up and follow through. Of course, you have to learn how to follow up. And follow up means building relationship as well. Ito yung mali ng maraming tao. Pag may kliyente, nakabenta, hindi na nangangamusta. Kasi nga, nakuha na nila yung pera. Again, it's not about the sales, it's all about the after sales. Tandaan nyo that most of the businesses that we have right now, it's transformational. And all businesses should be transformational. It's all about transforming the lives of people. For example, nagbebenta ka ng food supplements. Nakabenta ka ng isang bote. Gagaling ba agad yun? Di ba hindi? Ano gagawin mo? Di ba dapat i-follow up mo? So doing the follow up means that you want to transform the lives of this prospect, this customer, from unhealthy to becoming more and more and more and more healthier. Which means that from time to time, you have to follow up. Nag-improve ba yung pakiramdam niya? Okay ba siya? And when you do that, number 1, you will get feedback that you can put in the content. You will get valuable feedbacks that will help you build your business, that you can also use in your marketing. Next is, pag may mga mali, ma-address mo yung mga bagay na hindi maganda. Ma-address mo yung objections. Makakausap mo siya at makakapag-build ka ng relationship. At pag na-build mo yung relationship, bibili at bibili sila ulit. So, anong nangyayari? Lumalawak yung market mo. Kasi the more effort you put in, the more na lumalaki yung business mo. Kasi, pag hindi ka nag-build ng relationship, walang follow-up, walang follow-through, what will happen is, nagbigay ka ng 10 na input, meron kang 10 na output. So, para ka lang nagtatanim ng munggo. Kung ano yung tinanim mo, yun yung inaani mo lang. But when you are able to build systems, ibig sabihin, ang pagbibuild ng system, kailangan simulan mo ng tama yung ginagawa mo. So, nagtanim ka ng 10 ngayon, ang tagal bago umani, maraming effort, maraming process, maraming development, especially for you. Dina-develop mo yung sarili mong skills, di ba? Magiging puno ng mangga yan. Pag naging puno ng mangga yan, magbubunga at magbubunga yan ulit. So, ibig sabihin, the more na nag-e-effort ka, nadadagdagan yung tanim mo, pero meron ka ng currently hina-harvest kasi nga nakapagtanim ka ng tama. It's because you watch this video. Nakapagtanim ka ng tama kasi, follower ka ni MJ Lopez. Number 8 is duplication. Kailangan kaya mong ipasa sa iba yung skills mo. Kailangan kaya mong ipasa yung galing mo. Kailangan kaya mong ituro yung meron ka. So personal development is one thing, people development is another thing. So kung nagbi-build ka ng negosyo at gusto mong mag-build ng sistema, ito yung isa sa pinaka-importanting kailangan mong matutunan. Kasi hindi ka magkakaroon ng time freedom kung hindi mo kayang ipasa yung bola, kung hindi mo kayang ipasa yung skill, kung hindi mo kayang ipasa yung galing. So, kailangan maipasa mo sa ibang tao yung ginagawa mo. And there's a process in terms of duplication. One major example is being a leader, which is another skill. So, skill number 8 is duplication. Skill number 9 is leadership. Now, how do you duplicate as a leader? Let's just say basketball. Akin na bola, ganito mag-shoot. Nakita mo yun? Obserbahan mo maigi. Okay, so ito yung step-by-step process niya. Simula sa paa, ganito yung release, blah, blah, blah. Alright? Again, panoorin mo ako. Watch it. Okay, try mo. Pabantayan kita. Okay, sige. Hindi mo makuha. Let's do it together. Sabay tayo. Do it together. O, ikaw naman. May konting sablay, ganito ulit. So, that's leadership. That's duplication. You have to show it. Watch me. I'm gonna do it in front of you. Let's do it together. Okay, I'm gonna pass the ball now. Ikaw naman. And duplication means that the organization will be like this. Kasi bababa yung benta, bababa yung production rate, bababa lahat is because pinapasa mo na yung bola sa ibang tao. Sila na yung gumagawa. Pero kailangan mong tiisin yun. Kasi nga, nagdo-duplicate ka. And dyan napapasok yung tamang leadership. Learning leadership also means na alam mo yung leader na sasamahan mo. Because if you wanna be a good leader, you have to be a great follower first. Kailangan marunong ka munang makinig. Kailangan alam mo kung kanino ka makikinig, kanino ka sasama. If you think about it, if you have a valuable skill right now, if you have a high income skill, let's just say you are an editor. Pwedeng sobrang galing mo mag-edit. Pero pag nasa maling leader ka, hindi mo mamamaximize yung potential mo, pati yung income mo. Pero pag nasa tamang grupo ka, nasa tamang team ka, nasa MJ Lopez Media ka, you will maximize your skills, natututo ka pa ng negosyo, gumagaling ka, at na-maximize mo yung income mo. So learning leadership skills also means that you will learn paano ka pipili ng tamang leader. For example, magaling ka sa art, pero hindi ka magaling magbenta. So if you know how to read a good leader, marunong kang bumasa ng isang magaling na leader. Alam mo na pag sumama ka sa isang organization, for example, or maybe an agency that will sell your art, alam mo hindi ka gugulangan. Alam mo na iaangat nila yung brand mo, kikita sila, kikita ka, everybody happy. Alam mo na yung leader na to, kaya niyang pataasin yung value mo as a person. So learning the basics in leadership will also give you an idea. Pag mali na yung leader na nagli-lead sa'yo, pag sobra na, at alam mo kung saan mo ngayon ilalagay yung sarili mo. Number 10 is pattern mastery. If you can actually master patterns, master human behavior, lahat ng skills na to at lahat ng skills na pwede ko pang ituro sa inyo in the future, magiging times 10 or times 100 pa yung value. Mas mabilis mong matututunan, gagaling ka, hindi siya mawawala sa'yo, magiging sustainable lahat ng skills mo if you can actually master patterns. What do I mean by pattern mastery? Di ba pag nagtututbrush ka, there's a specific way in doing that. It's because it's already your pattern. Pag mo maglalakad ka, pinag-iisipan mo ba, paano nga ba ulit maglakad? Nakalimutan ko ata. Di ba hindi naman ganon? Because you already know how to do that. Because it is your patterns. Ibig sabihin, nung bata pa lang tayo, for us to be able to survive in this very competitive world and very risky world, natutunan natin yung mga basic patterns. Paghinga, pagkain, pagtulog, paglalakad, pagtayo, pagtalon, pag-upo, and everything else. Which means, na kung wala kang pera ngayon, kung wala ka pang nade-develop na skills ngayon, it's because of the patterns that you already have, yung belief systems na nailagay sa'yo nung bata ka pa lang. Walang masama dyan kasi pwede nating baguhin yan. But the thing is, paano mo mamamaster yung patterns mo? So imagine, there's a triangle, right? Triangle, and put patterns in the middle. Sa isang side, I want you to put pattern recognition. You have to recognize the pattern. Pag yung problema, paulit-ulit, there's a pattern. So, kailangan mong hanapin anong pattern sa buhay mo yung nagkikreate itong problema na to. It's because if the problems are recurring, you are not learning the lesson. Pag paulit-ulit yung problema, ibig sabihin hindi ka natututo. Meron kang kailangang baguhin sa pattern. So, you have to recognize the patterns first. Kung hindi ka masaya ngayon, may pattern yan. Kung lagi kang madrama, may pattern yan. If you are always procrastinating, there's a pattern. Meron kang ginagawa bago mag-procrastinate. May dahilan bago ka nagpo-procrastinate. May trigger, may cue bago ka nagpo-procrastinate. You have to find that pattern. Pag nahanap mo na yung pattern, na-identify mo na, you have to break the pattern. Ang tawag doon, pattern interrupt. Sulot mo sa kabilang side ng triangle. Pattern interrupt. So example, na-notice mo na kapag nakapanood ka ng mga sumasayaw, kumakanta, or nakakatawa sa social media, napapahaba yung pag-i-scroll mo. 1 oras, 2 oras, hanggang 3 araw. So pag na-recognize mo yung pattern na yun, uy, parang mali yun ah. You have to break that pattern. Kailangan disiplinahin mo yung sarili mo, uy, teka, sobra na to, baba ko na yung phone ko. Ganun kasimple. Na-notice mo na mataas na yung sugar mo, tapos tumataba ka na. Ang dami mong iniisip kung ano-anong bagay, pero in reality, kailangan mo lang palang magbawas ng matamis. So pag susubo ka na ng matamis, teka, pattern to. So, you have to break that pattern. Right? At ang pangatlo, create new patterns. How do you do that? By creating structures and design sa buhay mo. For example, gusto mong mamayat, gusto mong maging healthy, pero meron kang ref sa kwarto. Tapos yung ref mo, may lamang soft drinks, kung ano-anong alak, tapos may chocolate pa. So ginawa mong accessible yung mga bagay na hindi maganda para sa goals mo. So yun yung design ng buhay mo. So you just have to redesign it. Nagpo-procrastinate ka. Pero sa living room mo, napakalaki ng TV. Nagtataka ka, bakit araw-araw na lang ako nagne-Netflix? Ba't araw-araw na lang ako nanonood ng teleserye? Kasi pagka laki-laki ng TV mo, at first thing in the morning, baka yun pa yung nakikita mo. It's because your house, your life is designed that way. So kung alam mo na yung mga patterns na dapat mong i-break, alam mo na rin yung mga patterns na dapat mong i-create. Ibig sabihin, pwede mong i-incorporate lahat ng skills na napag-usapan natin sa pattern creation. So in terms of creating new patterns, teka, pagising ko sa umaga, instead na nanonood ako ng teleserye o kung ano-anong negative, nakikisali ako sa issue ng ibang tao, nakikicomment ako dun sa pamilya ng gold medalist natin, hindi mo naman talaga naiintindihan yung issue. Sarili mong buhay, hindi mo kayang ayusin, pero nakikialam ka sa buhay ng iba. Teka nga, bago ako makialam sa buhay ng ibang tao, ayusin ko muna yung buhay ko. Mag-set ako ng goals. Pagising ko sa umaga, goal setting. And then prospecting. And maybe mag-create ako ng content. And then later on, try ko magbenta ng products. I'm gonna close deals, i-apply ko yung tinuturo ni Sir MJ. And maybe, I will be more mindful and more cutesy today and more demure that I will recognize my patterns. That I will be mindful and teka, ito yung action ko, intentional ako ngayon, hindi ako subjective, hindi ako reactive, I'm extremely objective, I wanna grow, I wanna learn about myself, I wanna master my psychology, I wanna master my body. I wanna know exactly what I'm doing para alam ko yung dapat kong gawin next time. That's pattern mastery. Now, ito yung good news ko sa inyo. Lahat ng skills na sinabi ko dito, matututunan nyo ng libre sa Mastery University community ko, sa Facebook. It's free, guys. And napakarami ko na pong videos. You just have to rewatch all the videos for you to learn all the skills. And number 2, this is the best way, and this is what I would recommend, especially kung nagsisimula ka pa lang. You have to have a diet in your information. Dapat nagda-diet ka sa information. Kasi minsan, sa sobrang daming libro yung nabasa mo, sobrang dami mong narinig, hindi mo na ngayon alam kung ano yung aaralin mo. Ang good news ko sa inyo, guys, we have a course called the 10 Powerful Skills course. Ang good news ko sa inyo, yung 10 Powerful Skills na yan lahat ng skills na sinabi ko sa video na to. At may 2 pang bonus module para sa inyo. This specific course is extremely affordable, and this is the most affordable course that we have today. At ang good news ko pa sa inyo, if you will purchase the course within the week, you will get 100% more value. Alright? 100% more value. Para ka lang bumili ng isang libro, but you will get to have access to the whole course. It's an online course, so pwede nyo gawin anytime during your free times. At meron pa kayong libreng workbook, pero kayo yung magpiprint ng workbook. So, ida-download nyo lang siya. Ang kagandahan dito, guys, these are practical, actionable steps na kailangan mo lang sundan. And this is something that you can do over and over to develop all the 10 powerful skills. Guys, isa lang sa skills na sinasabi ko yung ma-master nyo. Panalo na kayo dito eh. But I'm here to tell you na yung proseso ng pagtuturo ko is something conducive to you at mabilis yung maiintindihan lahat ng tinuturo ko, lalo na kung i-a-apply nyo agad. And another advantage is, magkakaroon ka nga ng diet sa information because this is something that you paid for. Naiintindihan ko na yung pera nyo, hard-earned money, pinaghirapan nyo yan. Kahit alam ko na napakamura ng course, kasi guys, million po yung ginagastos ko sa Florida. Million yung ginagastos ko to actually attend Tony Robbins. Million na rin yung mga naging failure ko, yung gastos ko, and actually learning how to do business in my own personal experience. At ang ituturo ko sa inyo guys, galing sa experience ko. Something that will really help you. 100% guys, lahat ng students, sobrang ganda ng feedback. I'm looking forward for you to be part of the 10 Powerful Skills community really soon. So again, if you want to learn the 10 most powerful skills, most essential skills necessary for you to become a millionaire, enroll in the 10 Powerful Skills right now. And remember that all I want is for you to become more successful in life. So yun lang guys, this is the end of the video. And always remember that everything good starts with a yes. And yes, my name is MJ Lopez and see you soon.